Hello friends, this is Sandeepan here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have learned all about conditionals in Python with examples. Today, we are going to explore the concept of loops, more precisely while loop, in a great details with examples. Stay with me till the end because today's topic is going to be a really important one, and also by the end of this video you will have a solid understanding of loops and you will be able to apply them in your own Python programs. Also there will be a cool mini project at the end of this video. So make sure you don't miss that. So without any further ado, let's get started. Loops are essential programming constructs that allows us to execute a block of code repeatedly. They are particularly useful when we want to perform a task multiple times without writing redundant or repetitive code. In Python, we have two types of loops, the for loop and the while loop. Before jumping into loops, we have to know some basic concepts. In the concept of loops, we have two types of loops or iterations, that is, indefinite loop and definite loop. Indefinite loops are the ones where the number of times the loop is executed isn't specified explicitly. Rather, the block inside it will be executed repeatedly as long as some condition is met. On the other hand, in the case of definite loops, the number of times the block inside it will be executed is specified explicitly at the time of loop start. So let's start with while loop first. While is an indefinite type of loop, we will get to know why in this video. The syntax of while will look like this. While, then condition, colon, and the next line with indentation, body of while loop. So, while loop executes a block of code repeatedly as long as a specified condition is true. Let's understand it with an example. So let's initialize a variable like count equals 0, then while, and then we will write our condition count less than 5 and colon. The next line we will write our block here, that is print, then count, comma, count. Then in the next line count plus equals 1. So here, after the while keyword, we have given a condition based on which the block of code or statements will be executed as long as the condition evaluates to true. So in this example, as you can see, it is printing count 0, count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4. Let's understand what is happening here. So here, we are initializing the count variable with 0. Then for the first iteration, while count less than 5 means 0 less than 5, which is evaluating to true, so it will go inside the while block and executes the print statement. So in the first iteration, it prints the count value 0. Then next, it is increasing the count value to 1. Here we have used plus equals assignment operator, which we have already covered in our operators in Python tutorial. If you haven't watched it, do check it out. Basically, it is equivalent of doing count equals count plus 1. Means in the next iteration, it will become 1, and 1 again is less than 5, that is evaluates to true, so again it will go inside the while block and print 1. Similar way, after printing 2, then 3, then 4, it will make the count value 5, and in the next iteration it will again check that the count is less than 5, means this time 5 is less than 5, which will evaluates to false and will come out of the loop. Let's see another example. If we want to calculate the sum of numbers between a range of numeric values using while loop, we can do it like this. First, we'll declare a variable total to store the sum, total equals 0, and a variable to keep track of the current value of the range, that is num equals 1. Now we will write our while statement like this. While num less than equals 10 means we want to continue till 10. Then total plus equals num and num plus equals 1. So here we are adding the current value of num variable to the total and then increasing the num value to 1. Then after completing our calculation, we can print the final sum like this. Print the sum is, comma, total. So here we can see it is printing the sum as 55. Now let's understand what happened here. In the first iteration, num will have the value 1. The total will be 0. As 1 less than equals 10 evaluates to true, it will go inside and add 1 plus 0 and assign it to total. So now total is 1 and also the num value will be increased to 1 plus 1, that is 2. So next time the while expression will evaluates to true as 2 is still less than equals 10. So it will continue the iteration, go inside and add 2 with the total and total becomes 2 plus 1, that is 3. And num will also become 2 plus 1 equals 3. Next iteration, 3 less than 10 will evaluates to true. It will go inside and then total will be added with num, that is 3 plus 3, and will be assigned to the total. So total is now 3 plus 3 equals 6 and num will become 3 plus 1 equals 4. So this way it will continue looping until the num value will become 11. Then in that case 11 less than 10 will evaluates to false and will come out from the loop. So we will get the sum from 1 till 10. Now let's do something really interesting with a real life example of while loop. Here's a mini project for you. We can create a password matcher program using a while loop. So let's see how to write. Let's first declare a variable like this, password equals, and initialize it with empty string. Then we'll write our while and then the condition like this, while password not equals inside quotation secret colon. So here our loop will continue executing until the password value becomes equals to secret, or we can say it will continue executing as long as the password value is not matching with the string secret. Now let's write our statement that will be password equals input and inside parenthesis enter the password. Here I am using user input in this example. We have already covered all about user input in Python in our previous videos. If you haven't watched it yet, do check it out. But if you haven't, don't worry. Still you will be able to understand the concept and play around with it. So here we are asking for the user input saying entered the password and then storing the entered value in the password variable. So after executing the statement, when it will move back to check the while condition, then it will check if the password, that is the currently entered user value, is not equals secret or not. If not, again the condition will evaluates to true and it will go inside the loop and will ask for the user input again. So this process will continue until the user inputs the correct password, that is secret. So that time the condition will evaluates to false and it will come out from the loop, and we can add another print statement outside like this, print access granted. So once it will come out from the loop, it will print access granted. Now let's run it and play around with it. So as we can see, it is asking for the user input. Enter the password. Let's enter something like hello. And when I will press enter, our password value will be updated with hello. And in next iteration, the condition will become true as hello is not equals to secret. And again it will come inside the loop and will ask for the input again. So let's see that. And as you can see, it is again asking for the password. So this time let's try entering some other value, maybe Sandipan. And as expected, it is not accepted and it is asking for the password again. So this time let's enter secret. And as we already know, it comes out from the loop and prints access granted. So play around with it on your own with different matching values and hit the like button if you have enjoyed it. Now here's the bonus point. Till now, in every example, you could have seen we haven't specified any specific number till which the loop will execute. Rather, we are specifying a condition. As long as the condition is met, the loop will continue executing. So that all covers the basic concept of loops and while loop in Python. But if you have missed any points out, make sure to rewatch it and it will definitely be clear. But if you still have any doubts, feel free to comment down below. Hope you find this video helpful. If so, give a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can create more such helpful contents like this. Hope to see you in my next videos. Till then, goodbye.